Hey guys, this is John. This is not part of an inconvenient truth. Just something that while I was actually preparing for one of the inconvenient truths, God showed something to me. Literally right in the middle while I was preparing, and it's totally different. But we need to understand there's a difference between God and our spiritual leaders. They are not the same. I myself have been very guilty in the past of getting caught up with what does the preacher think? I don't care what the preacher thinks. Not anymore. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go in there and I'm not disrespecting him. I definitely respect his position and that God is giving him a message. So I listen to those and I glean. But just because a preacher says it doesn't mean God did. Okay. And just because God has put that person in that position does not mean that you are of less value because you're not in that position. That is not at all accurate. Paul treated everyone as equals. The apostles treated everyone as equals, and they were like, hey, we're here to be servants, right? This is by no means anything against pastors or saying go ahead and just disrespect your pastor. That is not what I'm saying, not in the slightest. What I am saying is I have gone to places in the past where you weren't allowed to question what the preacher was teaching, even if it made no biblical sense whatsoever. And you can get into the hermeneutics, you can look in the definition. It did not add up. It was like, what? I'm not going to give the specifics. It may hurt that person, and I don't want to hurt them. If you have an addiction, you're not allowed to pray for anyone. First of all, not biblical. Second of all, that same person in the same sentence, I have an addiction to this thing. And yet, he's one of the ones approved to pray for everyone. You see what I'm saying? I believe that person, honestly, has grown in Christ, and I wish him well. I really do, truly and honestly. But we're all growing. So just because a preacher says something does not mean that is the gospel. If what they're saying is not lining up with this word, now, when I say this, if what they're saying is not lining up with the word, then you go with the word. However, make sure that when they're saying it, if you have a question, you go ask them and say, hey, can you explain this? And if they are not willing to explain it, or they try to, well, it's just common sense. No, I need to know. If they can't defend it, cut it off. I hope this helps, guys. I love you. Be blessed.